Overview. This module will discuss dog communication. You will learn how to read and interpret dog body language, the primary way that dogs communicate. Learning objectives. By the end of this module, students will 1. Classify different types of body language, 2. Differentiate between calming signals and signs of anxiety/fear, and 3. Evaluate scenarios and determine playful, energetic dogs compared to scared, timid dogs. Learning activities. Required reading, Horowitz, page 89 through 119. Required videos, in-module contact posted in the description box. Journal entry, and module reading quiz. Dog communication. In this module, you will learn about dog communication. You will understand how to read and interpret the body language of dogs, the primary way they communicate. You will practice using a dog's body language signals to determine whether the dog is playful, fearful, or aggressive. Canine body language. It is important to understand dog body language and how dogs communicate. Certain situations may be potentially problematic for a dog. We can determine our dog's emotional state by paying attention to their subtle cues. Why are small signs of stress important to know? When a dog is placed in a stressful environment and shows signs of stress and cannot escape the situation, the intensity of a dog's stress levels will increase rapidly. When a dog is overstressed and cannot escape, stress will begin to change into signs of aggression. It is best to recognize the beginning stages of stress to prevent it from escalating into aggression. It is also important to know what is and is not appropriate when dogs are interacting. Many dogs engage in play fighting, which to uneducated observers may be difficult to distinguish from actual fights or behaviors that could lead to a fight. Why is this important? As mentioned previously, it is important to realize the difference in canine body language because similar signs can have different meanings as to what the dog is trying to communicate. When someone knows the body language of the dog, it can help prevent problematic situations, like dog fights attacking children. There are parents who post pictures with their child's face inches from the dog's muzzle. Most parents think it's the cutest thing ever. However, sometimes it's not so cute. The dog could be, and often are, showing numerous signs of stress, and without proper knowledge and intervention, the dog could bite the child. Knowing the precursors and what will be in the environment can help you monitor your dogs during a new situation or make the decision to avoid the situation or location completely to prevent anything from happening. For example, grooming is often a fearful experience for dogs due to lack of positive experiences. In an episode of The Dog Whisperer with Cesar Millan, the dog became aggressive during grooming. The dog displays very fearful signs at first, i.e. severe cowering, lip blinking, and yawning. However, Cesar and his team trap the dog in the corner, not letting the dog escape. Subsequently, the dog bites Cesar. This dog attempted to communicate its desire to escape the situation using body language cues, such as snarling and growling first. When that didn't work and Cesar continued to restrain and groom him, the dog turned to aggression. This is common in dogs who are fearful. They will turn to aggression if they are not permitted to escape. Cesar is using what's called escape extinction here, which is a valid scientific principle that can work to reduce a behavior, but the ethics of using this approach, especially with fear aggression, are questionable. How to determine. When reading the body language of a dog, the dog's tail cannot be used by itself to determine how the dog is trying to express itself. Just observing the tail can be misleading. A wagging tail does not always indicate that the dog is happy and/or friendly. For example, several clients over the years have indicated that while in the midst of severe dog aggression, the dog's tail was wagging. Tail wagging is a large part of dog communication. However, the dog's tail wags differently in different situations. A wagging tail does not mean a dog is friendly. It's imperative to look at the entire body of the dog to interpret their emotional state. Every feature on the dog expresses their feelings in different ways, but the dog's entire body as a whole must be acknowledged. A neat way to remember to look at the entire body of a dog is known as TEMP, tail, ears/eyes, mouth, and posture. Body language of fear and stress in dogs. According to the diagram above by Dr. Sophia Yin, she describes some signs of fear and anxiety in dogs from cowering all the way to subtle signs of fear and anxiety. Body language such as cowering or trembling are obvious, noticeable signs of stress in dogs. What most owners and handlers fail to notice are the subtle signs of fear or anxiety, such as lip blinking and looking away. Body language. Here are some more images depicting different stages of dogs shown in the entire body. Notice that fearful dogs attempt to make themselves look smaller, whereas alert, confident dogs attempt to appear larger. Dogs don't bite out of the blue. There is almost always some body language cue that a dog will show when it is stressed. When these signs are given, it is an attempt to get the scary thing, another dog or new place, to leave, or to the handler to allow the fearful dog to escape a scary situation. The functional rewards of signs of stress, i.e., pacing, whale eyes, lip licking, freezing, yawning, is escape. If escape is not permitted and leaving is not an option, the dog will often turn to aggression. Dogs don't bite out of the blue. Many bites can be prevented if people learn to read the dog's body language. This dog's whole body is wagging calmly and he is panting. He is happy to see you. This dog is not yawning because he is tired. He is anxious and he hopes you will leave him alone. Her tail is high, her body is stiff, and her mouth is closed. I'm warning you, back off. A tail tucked in, even if wagging a bit, means a very worried dog. Please stay away from me. The tongue flick and the slow, stiff tail wag tells you this dog is very unsure. This dog is turning her head away in order to avoid conflict. She doesn't want to be bothered. The half-moon eyes and the closed mouth tell you this dog is uncomfortable. The freeze and stare is a very dangerous sign. This dog will bite if you persist. Tail positions. Coming from Jean Craighead, the dog tails above show different positions and what they all mean. Though just reading the tail does not fully explain how the dogs state, it's important to know the different signs of the tail as well. Being able to identify the tail position can help give a brief overview of how the dog is trying to communicate. However, without the full body, the initial reading may not be reliable. Misinterpretations. Most, if not all parents, capture this moment on their phone and upload it to some form of social media, awing over the cuteness of this picture of her toddler and puppy nose to nose. However, this is a dangerous misinterpretation. The dog's entire body posture indicates that the dog is stressed, and if escape is not an option, the dog will likely become aggressive. There are many misinterpretations when it comes to dogs, all the way from a wagging tail to growling. To an untrained eye, dog play may seem aggressive. It takes practice to know when to intervene, both in stressful situations with humans and when dogs are interacting with each other.